open standard, meaning you can see this protocol on all routers around the world. Whatever brand would that be, naani siya kay because this is a standard protocol. Okay? Dili siya pareho sa EIGRP, that EIGRP can be used only on Cisco routers. Okay? Not other router. It is an interior gateway protocol, meaning pwede siya ma-apply sa sulod sa ato ang organization. Ospf tanan or combination of. Okay? Since it is a link state type of protocol, therefore, mapanggiingon ni Mr. Kwan, it sends LSA from time to time, making it sure that the router connected onto it becomes its neighbor, and the neighbor of that router become the neighbor, and the neighbor, and the neighbor. So basically, all routers around the world becomes neighbor relationship because of the OSPF. Okay? So, this is how I do it. Okay, administrative distance is 110. It sends a partial update, LSA, partial lang, not full. Okay? Kay kung full pa na siya, mura kag RIP ron. Pero kay LSA man, LSA advertisement, hello packet lang, hey, are we neighbor? Yes, okay, neighbor na ta. Mawala nang i-update niya. And later on, they will exchange databases, okay, once they are neighbor. And the metric that is the OSPF uses, kabalo naman ta kung unsang kwan, in order for RIP to determine the cost is the number of hops. The EIGRP is bandwidth and delay. But the OSPF uses only bandwidth. Okay? And it uses classless routing. So, dili siya katong classful. May yung nag-classless routing, ang imong computation sa IP addressing would be subnetting, would be CIDR, and would be BLSM. Okay? Now, this is how OSPF works. Each router sends LSA. Okay? Once all router has LSA, it will be saved on its own LSDB, which is the link state database. The goal is to let the router have the same information of the network. The LSDB contains the following information: neighbor table, topology table, and routing table. So basically, ang pinakauna dyan, mag-agree sila neighbor relationship. So once they agreed on a relationship, okay, the router now exchanges database information through mga IP addresses nako, network address nako, or naaba ko yung mga redistribute, etc., etc., how many hops it will take me to go to that particular network. Now, on that case, once na establish na ang topology, this is where the routing table computes the SPF. Mga itong iingon ni Mr. Sereno, very good Mr. Sereno, na-mentioning mo ang shortest path first. So meaning, ang imong router, mag-compute na siya sa pinaka-shortest path or the least path it will take to go to the destination. Nya, mao nang ibutang niya sa routing table. So it chooses the best route. Okay? So how does that router do it? Ang may tabo manggod, basta OSPF gani or any other routing, kaning router, mag-send gani siyang iyang update, automatically it will broadcast to all of the router. Once ang router makadawat na sa update niya, iya po nang i-broadcast balik sa uban. So redundant na kaayong information. Okay? So imagine na all of the routers are sending updates from time to time. That's why when a network is set to be OSPF, all router becomes neighbor. In a particular router link goes down, it creates an update of its network. This router sends an LSA advertisement to all router on the network. This will create chaos. Why? Because all router will update itself and update also other router, thus create broadcast storm. Asa man ninyo nadunggan? Mga tanan ko, mga bright man mo. Alice sir, you there? Alice sir? Wala Alice sir dire?
Na sir, hello sir.
Okay. Asa man na dapitan nimo nadunggan ang broadcast storm?
Sir, again sir.
At what topic did we discuss broadcast storm?
STP sir.
Very good, STP. Unsa ganito ang STP dudong?
Wait sir.
Research pa. Spanning tree dong. Okay, spanning tree. No? Sa spanning tree protocol, once ang switches, mo send na siya information from other switches, that switch also broadcast that update. So similar to kung naatay broadcast storm on the layer 2, naapod tay broadcast storm sa layer 3. Okay? So to eliminate the broadcast storm sa layer 2, ang atong gi-apply is unsa to? STP or spanning tree protocol. But in the third layer or in the layer of the routers, wala may spanning tree diha. Pero ang ilang gibuhat is nag-create sila or nag-elect sila DR and BDR, which is the designated router and the backup designated router. For what purpose? In order to prevent other router from sending unnecessary information. This way, the other router will not broadcast an update unless it will not be coming from the DR. What does it mean? Example, man siya may tabo, no? Kani siya naputlan. So, iyang gisulti sa tanan niya, hay naputol ang ako ang LAN, ha? So may tabo anak karon, siya pagdawat niya, i-update niya ang kagalingon. Iya pud i-message ang tanan. So ang message nga nadawat niya coming from this router, i-appeal po niya. So meaning, what has become? Redundant, right? So na-redundant na tanang information in which it is not necessary. So, nag-elect sila og DR and BDR kay para kung mo down man gani ang network, sila tanan maminaw na lang. Maminaw. Na-down ko. Minaw lang ko. Di na ako dawaton na. Dawaton na akong update kung ka na nga update gikan ni BDR or ni DR. So meaning, kung kanisa si DR, there, pag broadcast niya na, hey, naputol ko, sila tanan, mulisen lang, maminaw lang. Pero pag abot ni DR, iyang update, iyang kagalingon. Siya na dayon ma-broadcast para sa tanan niya, hey, kanisa naputlan. So sila tanan, naminaw o gidawat nila ang update. So nobody updates now on their end. Only the DR will be the one or allowed to update. Okay? You get the point kung ano? So when a link is down, the router updates itself and floods the network with advertisement. All router will ignore it. When the DR receives the advertisement, it will be the one to flood the network with the update through the advertisement and the other routers and router to listen. So, siya lang jud ang tuuhan sa tanang router kay kung dili atanan sila tuuhan nila tanang router. So how does the DR and BDR created? So the elected DR and BDR are done according to the highest OSPF priority, which is set to 1. Okay? So meaning mag-configure taon niya, mao ni siyang PDI. Okay? Process ID of a particular OSPF. If the priority ties, meaning kung pareho sila 1, then it is set to the highest priority router ID. Okay? So iset na nato later sa atong configuration kung unsay gitawag na router ID. Okay? So that's how a router is an OSPF being configured. So kung mo-configure kag OSPF, kinanglan naa kay router OSPF, then PID. So the PID here, moingon kag router OSPF, okay, 1. So the number 1 there, mao na siyang process ID. Pili na siya pare sa EIGRP 1 or EIGRP 10, in which kung mangyong kag EIGRP 1, all routers bearing EIGRP 1 communicate with each other. No, wala na siya diya, dili na maong determining factor. Okay? Kaning factor nga naa diri is to determine or to elect the designated router. Naa diri. So kung ang usa ka router o SPF 1, pareho sila go SPF 1, then maambak siya diri sa router ID. Ang itura sa router ID, mura siya IP address, but this is not an IP address. Format lang. So you can create any format of any IPv4 type. For example, 1.0.1.0, it doesn't matter. Or 10.2.15.200, maunay mong router ID, doesn't matter at all. Okay? So meaning, kung matay up sila dire, moambak siya dire. So common sense lang, kinsa sa duwa ang may pinakataas ng priority. Edi ang 1-0, kay 10 man ni siya. So kung ang usa dire is ang usa ka router bearing this ID 1.0.0.0, adi siya di daunas tanan. Even if mao pa ning gitawag nimo nga router 1 nimo. Even if mao pa ning gitawag nimo nga edge router nimo. No? Pero kay kani siya bears the highest priority, siya mahimong DR. Then afterwards, you create the command network, okay, network, then the network address, the wildcard mask, and the area. Mauna ni siya si EIGRP 10 or si EIGRP 20 or whatever number. Kaya sa area sila nag-converge. Kung unsa nga area ang kanang router, area 1, area 1, area 1 sila tanan, then therefore they converge there. Muna single area OSPF. Nakasabot kita? Klaro ba dili?
Claro, sir.
So let's implement atong tanawon. Let's say for example this one. Okay? Na ako'y address i-follow lang ni natong addressing dire para din ta mag IP addressing. So 200, no? Let's say for example, this is the address. Okay? This is the next address, 32. What's the next address here? The next address? Very good, 64. Okay? Kaning address dire pila?
123.
96.
96, very good. Well, tanong barago ng pattern good. No? Kaning address dire pila?
100.
128.
1, 2, 8, very good.
128, sir.
Okay, kaning address dire, mura ko gistorya og high school, iaka kani. Unsang address dire?
160, sir. 160.
160? Are you sure? No, it's not. It's 132. 132. Klaro, dili?
Para sir.
Pero ano naman 32 man? Kung tanawo nimo, ang imong address dire is point to point. Therefore, ang imong subnet mask is /30. Kanipod, /30 po ni siya. Kay point to point man siya nga address. So after 96 ana, meaning nag-BLSM ta ani. What is the subnet mask here? What is the subnet mask here? Grabiya pud by
Ito.
slash. Ito mo ang pattern sa numbers. So 0, 32, 64, 96. Pilang imong increment? Pilang increment?
32.
So 32 ang increment. Kung 32 ang increment, what would be the subnet mask?
Slash 27, sir.
/27. Very good. Huh? Nanong dili man mo hangtod karon di pagyapon mo kabalog addressing bay. Mo graduate na lang mo sa kwan sa Cisco. Cisco 1 and Cisco 2 ron ni. No, di pagyapon ta kabalo mag-addressing. So please update yourself, ha? Kaya base niya pag-abot nako sa SBA nako, ako dyan na lisod-lisod ng mga pangutana sama ani. Okay? Kung di ka katubag nako, then ano na, saon taman lang na ron. Tutuwa ka makapasar ka, dili dyan. No? So update yourself pala yun. Ha? So let's try to configure this one. No? Enable config P in D0/1 IP add 198.15.200.1.255.255.255.224 enter. No shot. Nganong 1 man, no? Nganong 224 man? Nganong 32 man? So 256 minus 224, 32. Maura dyan na. Maura nga 32 ang imuhang mga ranges. Grabe naman dyan ka sayo na ana. In D00 IP add 198.15.200.33 to 55.255.255.224 enter. No. Okay. Int SE000 IP add 198.15.200.129 to 55.255.255.252 enter. No shot. Okay. Then humanata daya, let's go to the next computer. Next router. No. Enable config P int SE000 okay, IP add 198.15.200.129 man to 113 to 55.255.255.252 enter. No shot. Okay. Then in G00 okay, IP add 198.15.200.65 to 55.255.255.224 enter. No shot. Int SE000 And the IP add 198.15.200.133 to 55.255.255.252. Enter no shot. Okay, so okay na ko dire sa kaning router. I jump to the next router. Here. Okay, and no. Enable config P and int SE0 sa 0 sa 0. Magkina ninyo class, no? Wala ko malipay nga kahibalo mo ani. You're not grateful. Kung wala mo gitudloan ani, di mo kabalo mag-networking by. Di ba? IP add 198.15.200.134. Some of your faculty, some of your teacher doesn't know this gani, no? Kamo pa'y mas may lucky nila, stinudanay lang. You should be proud of it. No shot. In T0 to 0, IP add 198.15.200.97. Sorry. 255.255.255.224, enter. No shot. Okay, there you are. Wala tayo problema ani. So kaninang pod, no? Naatay Ospf, this is the area where Ospf belongs, and our ISP, butang na to ISP by harapan. ISP is a default static route. So unsa na to papasulod ni default static route ngadto sa ISP, ngadto sa Ospf area. If you think nga redistribute static, you're wrong. Okay? So meaning na adjud laing command na. Ha? Ito nang pabinawon niya. Int SE0 sa 0 sa 1, IP add 10.10.10.2, 255.255.252, enter. No shot. Okay? Then the other one, there is a PCAS. Magbuhat ko og LAN dire. Pero that LAN is not existing, logically speaking lang. So, for testing purposes, mahatag ko command nga ni. Ha? Bangkitin nyo ha. Config interface loopback 1. Okay? Nag-create ko loopback address. It is an interface which is supposed to be a local area network, pero tapulan man ko. Para ma-check lang na ako if my connection between network statically and OSPF will communicate with each other. I'm going to ping the loopback address later. But I'm going to put an IP address onto it. So IP add on the loopback address 172.16.0.1 to 55.255.250.0. Enter. No shot. So meaning, na ako'y interface dire. Kung tanaw na to ni, do show run. I have an interface. Look at that. In the interface loopback, na ako'y IP address na 172.16. So, kung nakita ko, wala man diya, sir. Okay? So, kung kani siyang imong gipangutana o gitandi kumpara sa loopback, kani siya is a physical port, physical interface. This one is a logical interface. Okay? Though it's not existing, but it is a fake interface. Butunga lang na siya kung i-call ni mo siya. Ana. Now, in order for these computers to communicate with each other, okay lang na kaning area kay they are of the same router man. So they can communicate. But pag ambak dito, dili na dyan pwede maski yung sao na to. Ano man, wala may protocol. So we set the protocol. Okay? So simple lang kayong single area OSPF. Router OSPF, kana to 100. Okay? Kana to 10. It doesn't matter. Okay? Wala lagi labot ang convergence of your router on the PID. Okay? So, SPF question mark. Sa dire. Okay, dito po. Question mark basahin na. Router o SPF question mark. So, process ID. You can select any number. Butang na to 2. Okay? Enter. Ayun, router ID. So, this is the time that you are going to create a router ID. Let's say, for example, 1.2.2.2. IP address, okay? Question mark na to para makita ninyo. Router o SPF router ID is an IP address format but not an IP address. Ha? Wala na siya ilabot sa IP addressing. Just create lang any format of OSPF router ID. So, mean 1.2.2.2. Okay. Enter. Okay. And this is the time that you are going to create the network. So, network. Okay. Network na to. 198.15.200.0. 0.0.0.31. Kung di pa kakabaluan na, din na ko explain. Then area 1. So meaning, this is where all router converge at area 1. The next network is the 232, 232, and the 200.128. The 200.128, 0, 3, 3. You know already the reason why. Okay? Question so far? Sa first router, OSPF?
Yes, sir. Naka-question, sir.
Yes.
Uko kasabot sa area 1.
Area 1, this is where all the router converge. Okay? So, mauna siyang area to where these routers can communicate with each other. Pareho sa EIGRP na to, naatay autonomous system number, di ba? So, binguntag EIGRP 10. So, if other router is EIGRP 11, it's not part of that area. Okay, puro 10 nga makakommunicate. You get the point now? Sabot na?
Yes, sir.
So, meaning, kung asa siya nabilong nga area, ang kanang router, pwede siya ka-communicate. So, meaning kung butang ni nako sa area 2, di siya ka-communicate ani, kay area 1 man eh. So, meaning, all of this router belongs to area 1 so that they can communicate. Klaro?
Okay. Sige, sir.
Okay. So, let's put the OSPF here also. Router OSPF 1. So, it's nothing to do with router OSPF 2. Okay, router OSPF 2 maning usa. Di ba? So, router ID, ang ibutan ako is 1.1.1.1. Okay? 1.1.1.1. Okay? Then, network, unsa nga network ang naanin niya? Kani, o kana. So, meaning, 198.15.200.128 network 0.0.0.3 area 1. Okay? Still belongs to area 1. Then, ang sunod nga network, look at that. So, once area 1 is up, nag-adjacency change na siya dayon. So, this one is adjacent to where? No? To the process 1 siya, and the NBR there is 1.2.2.2. That is its neighbor. The neighbor of this router is this one. Di ba, mga mani ang router ID nga itong ibutang? 1.1.1.2.2.2. So, counterpart, nag-adjacent change po siya, kay process 2 siya. So, kinsa man ang mas higher priority? Di ba? Ano yun? Higher priority ni siya. Correct? Kay process 2 man siya. Then, neighbor siya sa 1.1.1.1. Kita na ninyo ang difference? Okay na tayo, nakasabot na?
Napag ko another question, sir. Kanang
Yes,
asa gani na nimo nakuha ng 1.2.2.2?
Basically, you can do anything. Maski unsa nga number diya. Ang purpose nimo is, ang purpose ana, di ba? Na kung if the router fails to identify this one, if the router fails to identify that the highest priority we set to 1. So, dito siya mangita sa highest priority sa router ID. So, how do you create a router ID? Bahala ka kung unsa ang router ID nimo as long as ang format niya pareho sa IPv4. So, you can create any IPv4 router ID if you like.
Okay. Sabot na,
Okay?
sir. Salamat, sir.
So, later ha, diba na 1.1.1 man eh. 1.2.2.2 man eh. Sige, ato nang ilisan dito later of the different kind of routing. Okay? Or router ID. So, manunin na to, si 128, si 132, si 132, okay? Router, kwan gapon siya, area 1 gapon siya, ug si 64. 64, area 1 gapon siya, pero ang iyahang wildcard mask is 31. Okay? So that way, this computer here can ping with this computer now. Tagal na itong time. Converge man ni sila. Sa'yo pa kong network. 64, 27, 31. Be, do show run na to. So, pa na take effect. Do show run. Ano naman? 198.15.64. 198.15.64. Pasin sa iyo pang IP address. 198.15.270. 224. 65 ang 65. 198.1. Tanawa. So, nasayop ta sa ato ang IP address here. 198.1 akong nabutang. Okay? So, in T0 to 0, IP add 198.15.200.65. 255.255.255.224 enter. So, this way, ping siya dire, kaping sila dire. Okay? So, wala na yung problema. So, kanina po. Okay? Diba? Simple lang kayo implement ang SPF. Exit ka dire, router o SPF 100. Kana. And the router ID nga akong ibutang, router ID is 100.15.128.15.129. It does not matter. Nakasabot na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So kasabutan na, kinsa karon sa tulo ka router ang gi-elect na DR. Who is the DR router here? Sabot bang kata? Wala jud ay kasabot. Kuya bay. Mga tanan ko kay di man mo motubag kung dili tuksoon, no? Sige. Here. Sige, si Mr. Saragosa, you there? Saragosa. Wala. Kuyos, you there? Kuyos. Wala. Idanyo, Cyril? Cyril? Wala. Nangawagtang ang mga tao basta tuksoon. Mr. Kumar.
Actually, sir, I don't understand, pero I'm guessing the first router, katong pinaka-left. Wala akong question after nakaset ka ang kuhan, sir. Actually.
Pagka-bright yun ninyo. No? This is priority 2. Nag-set naman ka diri OSPF 2. Router ID 1.2.2.2. Okay. Ang sunod nga router, nagingon ko OSPF 1. Router ID, nagingon ko 1.1.1.1. Kare, nagingon ko OSPF 100. Router ID, unta tong ibutang na to. So, maggantong router ID ato. O, kani. Okay? Right-click copy. Basing on the information, kay mao man ang gi-lecture na ko bag-ulang. Asa dapita diha ang mahimong DR?
Ang tunga, sir.
Naaraman di ay na. Ang tunga. Diba? Kaya kung maminaw lang ta sa ato ang lecture dire, nakaklaro kaayo, nagibasa na to dire, no? The elected DR and BDR are done according to the highest OSPF priority, which is set to 1. Okay? If the priority ties, then it is set to the highest priority router ID. Tala na to, kung 1 pod ni siya, kinsay pilion. Kana to, pareho silang 1. Kinsay pilion.
Ang tunga gyapon, sir.
Ang tunga gyapon kay ataas kaayo ang router ID kay 1.1.1.1. Mao na sige pasabotan na bay. No? So,
okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. At least ba, maski sa kanani na lang, kasabot yun mo kung saan pagbuhat sa SPF. Okay? Although maingon ka mga, ay, di man ko magkuha na sir, di man ko ma-process na, ang router man. Ano man di, kinsa man mas bright ninyo sa router? Di man mas bright ka? Kay ikaw ang gabuhat ani, so meaning you know already what kind of router you are going to use. Ang router nimo computational power lang nang iyaha. Kay computer man siya. Ikaw, tawo man ka nga ikaw ga-configure niya. So meaning it will not work without your aid. Okay? So tiwason ni nato. Then butang tag network, sa network na naaniya dire 198.15.200.132 0.0.0.3 area 1. So meaning nag-convert sila tanan sa area 1. Ayop nakasabot kita ha. Then the next network is the 96. Sama ko dato. The next network is 96. 0031 area 1. Okay? Then the next network is wala na. Duwa man kabuk SPF ani niya. Then kabalo kita nga kaning area S001 here is a default static route. So do show run tani, do show run. Naana ba ko'y IP address sa S001? Yes, there is. So mag-IP route na ko. How do I know wala kay IP route? Tanawa diri dapita nga ang imong protocol is only OSPF. So meaning kung mag-check ko sa inyong mga router, dali na kayo para nako kay makatan-aw man ko kung naa pa IP route o wala. So IP route, any destination, default static man siya, and mo exit sa 10.10.10.1. Okay? Okay? Do show run. Tanawon nimo, mo ning gipangita nako o naanay IP route. So sa PCAS dito should have the same IP route. So S001 wala pa IP addressing. So config enable, config p, int SE0 sa 0 sa 1, I int SE0 sa 0 sa 1, IP add 10.10.10 10.10.10.1 255.255.255.252 enter, no shot. Okay, then IP route any destination with any subnet mask. Okay, and mo out ko sa 10.10.10.2 enter, do show run. So naana. Okay, so pasabot ani kinahanglan kani sila tanan makaping naman eh, correct? Kaya naka SPF man eh. Okay, how do you know naka SPF? If you look at this one, no, do show IP route. Okay, o tanaw nimo na kay O. O stands for OSPF. Okay, na kay S asterisk. S asterisk is stands for static and the asterisk stands for candidate default. So default static route siya. Pero pagkaabot diri sa kaning mga router, no, wala siya kakita, do show IP route. O, OSPF lang ang naa niya connected to this network here. But wala siya static. So meaning, it cannot reach the ISP. It cannot reach the ISP. So unsaon man nimo? Since these two router are connected to this router, diri kita mo converge. Okay? Isulod na to si ISP or si default static route within OSPF. So router OSPF 100, so 100 man yung number ani if I'm not mistaken. OSPF 100. And isulod na ko siya, no, ang imuhang default static route by giving the command ani default information kay nakabutang diri control distribution of the default information a question mark originate distribute the default route. So meaning ang imong command ani is default information originate, enter. Nakasabot wala?
Yes, sir.
Nakuha wala?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do we know nga naana? Tanaw na to nga rin. Aside from pinging, if you look at this one, walay default static route. Then if you do show IP route, naana siya ay ingani. So O, no? OSPF siya nga na ay default static nga na ay E2. E2 stands for pagkita ng E2 diya. OSPF external type. So meaning naa siya external information within OSPF. And that information is the default static route. Ito ang iyahang level. Look at this. Nakasabot kita. That's why in my slide here, ano mo to? Wala pa tayo sa calculation, no? So that is how we configure the OSPF single area. Do you have any question so far?
Ako, sir. What if na ay katong na ay version 2 or katong pag last meeting na protocol, sir? Unsaan pag
What version 2 by? Wa ko ka kwan. Unsa nga klase protocol ng version 2? What do you mean with version 2?
I mean, would it communicate if there are other protocols within the router, other routing protocols, like version 2, go on, or the routing protocol that we learned last meeting. I forgot the name, sir.
Yung ano, pagingana doon sa akong klase B, EIGRP,
Sorry.
what kind of
EIGRP.
protocol would that be? EIGRP, RIP, daghan kitag protocol na nagipang set. Asa man dapitan?
RIP version 2, sir.
Okay, the RIP. If ever you have an RIP, no? Common sense na lang goodbye. Nga nag-ingon jud ko sa una pa ninyo, basta gani mag-converge ka og router with a different protocol, you find your edge router. Dito ka mag consolidate. Okay? Find the edge router. If you want to connect the EIGRP network to the OSPF, then converge it at the edge router. Klaro? Nakasabot? Wala. So, kung ikaw akong pangutanon sa kaning mga router, where is the edge router?
Sa middle, sir.
Here? Here?
Yes, sir.
I don't think so. As we define edge router, the edge router is directly connected to the ISP. Kani imong edge router bay. So diri ka connect sa imong EIGRP or sa imong RIP. Kay pasabot ana bay, no? Nag-OSPF magani ka sa imong organization nganong mo-connect man ka diya og RIP for what purpose? So gi-connect nimo si RIP or EIGRP because it is on the other branch or it is in the other office. Okay? You get the point now?
Yes, sir.
So diri ka connect sa imong edge router, nya nag-RIP ka diri, RIP ka. So para masabtan ni OSPF, isulod nimo si RIP sa OSPF. No? By giving the command redistribute, sa mo ingon dayon kag RIP metric metric. Okay? What is the value for the metric? So SPF default 1 lang. Okay, question mark. Then subnets. Maradyo ng imong buhaton na. So na-redistribute na karon ang RIP into in becoming EIGRP. I'm sorry, OSPF. Nakuha wala. So tusulan ka. Okay? Drama na nimo makita nga na-redistribute na nimo imong RIP within OSPF. Klaro de?
Nagets, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure na? Okay. Storyado.
So I have another
Para
question, sir.
Okay ra? No problem? How about others? Kaning uban diri, dapat limpyo lang ning uban diri jud. No?
Sir, na quick question, sir.
Yes, Jill.
Kanang, since you're saying na kanang magkwanta o mag-apply tag protocol and then redistribute ka sa tang edge router. What if ang edge router is kanang ma-error? So, which means naman tayo backup router, right? So,
That's the point. You should have a backup router.
Oh, naman tayo backup router no niya.
Correct.
Kanang, does it apply still maskin pa og kanang kuan? Ma-apply pa paghapon ang protocol nga imong na-apply na daan.
Yes, of course. Kay dual. Hindi. Once kani mag-configure kag protocols no? From one router, it should be the same, similar, a mirror of the main router. So meaning ang imong backup is a mirror of your main router. So whatever is configured at the main router is the same configuration at the backup router. Tagaan jud nimo dayon og HSRP kay para if the router 1 is down, automatically the other router, the backup router will be the one to become the active router. Di ba mamanong ituglo siguro na ninyo?
Yes, sir. And so
okay.
which means kanang maski nag-redistribute ka dito sa imong edge router, if in case nga ma-error imong edge router mo automatically nga
automatic ra na siya.
Okay.
Yeah. Basta gani kung unsay gi-configure sa babaw, it's the same configuration nga naa sa imong backup.
Okay, salamat, sir.
Okay. Some more question so far? Yes? Angelo? Mag-redistribute kag EIGRP to OSPF. So kinahanglan ang imong router nga daan is diri sa imong edge router, mapili ka kung unsa ang main protocol jud mo. Dili kay naa kay EIGRP, imo na sad iko isulod si router o SPF sa, but no, it's not. Usa lang. So kung naa ka sa OSPF, then redistribute the EIGRP. You get the point? Dili nimo siya nga sulod ka diri kuan, sulod ka dito speakers, mag-redundant na imong kuan. Although pwede, pero para nako redundant na siya. Kausalan jud ka mag-redistribute kung unsa ay main protocol nimo. Okay? So the process is still the same. Okay? Pero ang counterpart, ano yung pinaka-importante kaya sa tanan? Ang counterpart ng router, kung EIGRP ni siya dire, no? Butang na to EIGRP. Fast forward na. No. Okay? Enable config P. Butang na to EIGRP na ni siya nga router. Okay? Kay EIGRP network man ni siya. So router EIGRP 10. Okay. Isulod na to si OSPF. Okay? This time isulod na nimo si SPF. Kaya nga naman, kani siya EIGRP na ni siya, connected to EIGRP. Pero if you want this protocol to go inside EIGRP, meaning magkuan ka diri, mag-redistribute ka diri nga area. You get the point? I-redistribute yun nimo ang OSPF nga rin. So OSPF, redistribute OSPF, okay, 100. Hindi naman tingnan wala, no? Agile process ID. Okay? Question mark, then metric, question mark, then bandwidth. Okay, 10,000. Then, what is the delay? Kay imo magi-convert ang OSPF to become EIGRP. Kinanglan, bandwidth and delay man jud ang imohang i-convert. So, butangan na to, no? The delay is 10, question mark. Reliability, butangan to 255. Kay 100% reliable man siya. Okay? Loading, butangan na to 10 ang loading niya or 100, it doesn't matter. Kaya kung i-255 nimo, fully loaded yung imong network. So kung ibutangan nimo siya half of it, then at least dili fully loaded permanente. So pilion siya nga line. Okay? Then the MTU, which is by default 1,500, enter. So na-redistribute na nato ang OSPF to become EIGRP. Do show run. Oh, look at that. No? Meaning, ang imong SPF is under now EIGRP. So mag-communicate na ang kaninga network o kaninga network dire at the EIGRP side. Okay? Kasabot? Miss Uy.
Sir, we tried doing the activity gani na imong gipost katong lab activity regarding multi-area. And then what confused us the most, sir, was regarding katong gipangutanan ni Ate Jill regarding area, sir. So if lain gani siya nga branch, sir, or lain na multi-area na document,
Yeah.
will it have a different area, sir, or same ra?
Okay. Dala na masulod ang sulod na akong topic. Okay? Wala pa ta kay duha man ni ka klase
Sorry,
OSPF god. Okay? Duha man ni ka klase OSPF, single area and multi-area. So para masabtan na to, ako nang tiwason sa una-unaan ninyo. Unsa man ka ni router no pag compute sa best path. So basically apply na niya ang Dijkstra algorithm. So the way a router choose the best path is using the metric cost. Cost calculation will be made. So the cost calculation will be reference bandwidth divided by interface bandwidth. So the default reference bandwidth will be 100 kbps. Okay? So for the calculation, no, naa kay mga interfaces nga gikonektahan sa imong kable. So for each interfaces na siya value. Like for example, serial connection. So the serial connection is 1544 kbps lang na. The default bandwidth niya. So ang cost ana is 64. In Ethernet is 10 Mbps lang na or 10,000 kbps. So the cost value is 10. Kung fast Ethernet ka, that is 100 Mbps or 1,000 kbps, 100,000 kbps. So the cost value is 1. And if you are going to use the GBPS or the gigabit Ethernet, so that is 1 billion kbps. Diba, sakto? And the cost is also 1. So by default, 1 na siya. Now, example, na ako sa 192, yung ko sa 10. So there are different paths that I'm going to partake. So the path of 4, the path of 2, and the path of 5. So kung kwentahon na niyang bandwidth, so the 1544 is 64 cost. So 64 cost to 10. So 64 plus 64 plus 10. If I'm going to go through router 2, 10 Mbps, 10 Mbps, which is the cost of 10, 10, and 10, so 30 tanan. Klaro? Kumuagi ko dito sa R5 nga ang kable na ko dito is Cat6. And Cat6 can go up to 100 Mbps. So, ang costan is 1. Mas dali. Ang costan is 1 and 10. So, kung ako ang router, unsa akong best path? Adi, kaning 12 jud. That's why R5 will put its best path, no? The R1 put the R5 as its best path. Klaro din. This is what we call Dijkstra algorithm. Naa siya node, naa siya vertices, and the vertices consist of the bandwidth in order for you to go to the destination. Computo na niya ang pinaka shortest path first. Okay?
Okay.
So far, question sa kwan? Bandwidth computation? Wala. Okay. Shall we move on? Hindi ko ganahan mag-istorya sa mga tao nga kwan, no? Now, this is where the multi-area OSPF comes in. Nga nung musulod naman ng multi-area, okay ra na kung ang imong network is ingani kadako. What if ang imong network is ingani kadako? Okay? So this is how a multi-area OSPF goes in. Kaya because with multiple routers already in a particular area, iya dyan ang bungkagon into different area para dili bugat ang pag-process sa kanang area. Okay? Kaya nga nung bugat pa ng process, common sense na lang. Imagine na lang kung kaning router nag-exchange sila ng LSDB nila, ilang database. Mabugatan naman gani sila.
Sir, I'm so sorry.
So in an area, naatay limit of 50 routers only in one area. Okay? So imagine na kung naakay 50 sa kanang area. Pero kung in the implementation sa tinud-anay, porting bugata sa network ana. So imo dyan na siyang i-separate. Now 50-50 by area. Now, ang imong LSDB consists of all LSA. Mao ni siyang update sa imuhang mga networks. So, ang update usually maka-affect sa disk space. Siyempre kay database guna good, so it needs file ang file storage niya. It affects the CPU. Kay computon ba na niya, it affects more or add more overhead to the machine. And the database will be filled up with the information that the router doesn't need. Okay? So, kung single area OSPF ka, another problem takes place inside the routing table. Kung sa routing table na akay mga different IP addresses, no? It must be contiguous, sunod-sunod. Nya mangita siya sa route. So kung nakay 500 or 50 ka buok, pangitaon to niya sa 50 asa dito ang network, it will take time. Di ba? Sakto? No? The router will look for all the network addresses to route until it finds the address and route it. So pangitaon pa niya. So it affects now your overhead. Now, every time an update is given, OSPF will rerun the algorithm every time the update is sent. Okay? So, this is where now a multi-area OSPF will be applied. The multi-area OSPF is designed to implement a network with bigger scope, tremendous amount of router to manage. Think about the LSA, the database information being exchanged. So meaning, kung dagan nag-router, porting dagana nag-information yung ilang ipang exchange. A huge burden for these devices to exchange information from time to time. A lot of resources and overhead will be consumed, which causes inefficiency to your network. So, multi-area OSPF is a solution. This is where you design. So meaning mo design yung ka sa imong one. Okay? Nga ang design nimo is a hierarchical solution. I-hierarchy nimo nga naakay kaning router, no? Nakay backbone router, nakay mga areas na connected to the backbone. So meaning wala pa tayo OSPF, gina-apply na nato kay ga-apply naman tag edge routing. Okay? So, the hierarchical solution which the network is broken up into a different OSPF areas in the router. Okay? So naa kay area 1, area 2. Areas within the group of router can communicate with each other, and the communication between areas are summarized to lessen the burden of exchanging LSDB to the other area. So summarization will lessen the burden of router to execute the shortest path. So if you can remember this one, so kung 100 di ka buok, buhaton na lang niya usa ka route, usa ka address. So meaning, usa niya pangitaon rather than pangitaon niya sa 100. That is what we call summarization. So later we are going to summarize. And you are going to implement the OSPF multi-area if you are going to plan it well. Okay? So in this case, by planning, you're going to follow the particular rules. Okay? In the OSPF multi-area, there will be two hierarchy. Okay? The first hierarchy is the backbone, area 0, and the non-backbone, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? The addressing should have a contiguous addressing like subnetting, CIDR, VLSM, contiguous meaning sunod-sunod na, no? And there will be no other address so that it can be summarized correctly. Example, ang imong network is 192, nya isigulan nimo kalit lang 200. What's the point? Ganun gibutang pa man nimo sa OSPF ang 200. Ibutang na dito sa gawas, sa edge nimo para didto na sa mo, kung ang imong plano nga i-attach nimo ang RIP to the OSPF. Ngano gi-attach man nimo sa area, dito ka attach sa imohang backbone in which it is the edge. So having OSPF multi-area network is to reduce the routing table. Okay? So example this way, we plan the OSPF hierarchy. So na kay router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So the violet here, klaro naman kaayo, that you have separated all of this network in a different area. Okay? So you have your backbone, area 0, area 1, and area 2. So similarly, area 1 has a contiguous IP addressing, area 2 has also, and the backbone, it doesn't matter, kay pang-connect naman siya. So 10 and 172. Okay? So diri dapita, kaning 10 nato will be connected to this router R3, 172, and the 10 will be connected to the R2. R2 will be connected to R1. So it's another addressing here. Okay? So what would that be? What would the address be? Depende na sa imo kay command administrator. Okay? Now, always remember that this router has a different status, different functionality. The backbone router, which is R1, R2, R3 belongs to backbone. At the same time, it belongs to the non-backbone, ang R2 and R3. We call it the area border router. So R2 and R3 are the ABRs. Okay? And the internal router will be R4 and R5. So dito na nasa sulod. Pila na kabuok? 50 kabuok. 50 kabuok dere. Okay? So, if you look at the image here, makakita ka tag R6. R6 is directly connected to the backbone, not on the area. Okay? Which the R6 is an EIGRP. And the EIGRP is connected to the Autonomous System Border Router, which is the R1. Morning atong ASBR. ASBR, ABR, internal router. Okay? Wala tayong problema, ane? Do you have any question?
Information.
None
So far, no,
sir.
sir.
Not
Okay.
sure.
I hope you're still listening, no? Kay implement na ba ninyo sa inyong project? So the size of each area should be no more than 50 routers. Okay? So 50 lang dyan ang pwede. So the ABR, ang imong ABR, na kay autonomous of 3 routers. Okay? Sa backbone nimo. So area 1, area 2, area 3. Ang SBR nimo, mao ni imong edge router. Edge or the autonomous system of the organization, the backbone directly connected to the ISP. Nakasabot na ta? Klaro ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay? So, nakita naman ninyo that when OSPF converge, automatically na siya adjacency change from loading to full adjacency. Then connecting a default static route, you are going to apply default information originate. Then the loopback interfacing ganina atong gibuhat, no? A fake or virtual interface. Okay? Just for the purpose of testing the network. Now, when you are connected at the IP route, you can see all of this information sama sa O. O stands for OSPF. the E2, the asterisk stands for a default route. The E2 is the external OSPF type 2, meaning naka-external link, static route in nature. Okay? And you can see now OSPF IA, which the IA signifies inter-area. Okay? So meaning, kung naa ako dire, kaninga router karon o kaninga router will have to identify that there is an inter-area OSPF. Okay? Kinaan naman kay area 2. But kung usa lang ka area, there is no IA. You get the point? Klaro ba? So to implement it, pwede sige pungutan na so wala ka paminaw eh. Here, let's try this. Di na ko ginahan mag-configure pa. So configure na ni siya. So kabalo naman tayo mag-configure sa area 1 or area 2 basing on the IP addressing. Do you have any question for that?
No, sir.
Wala. Sige, ato lang i-show ang mga configuration. Although, naka-adjacency naman siya, di ba? So kung naka-adjacency siya, pasabutan na, it is connected. Okay? So do, enable, show, run. So here, na ako'y network na 10 sa kaninga router ha, 10 and 32 nga network, nag-converge dere on area 1. Okay? So kanipod, na ako'y how many networks? 1, 2, 3. 3 networks nag-converge dere. Enable, show, run. There, 3 networks, the 32, the 96, and the 64. Okay? So, you know the gist already. So, meaning, okay na ni. Dere pod, no? The converge po ni sila dere, enable, show, run. Show, run. Okay, look at this. No? My 3 network also. This network, and the LO3. The 0, the 4, and the 8. If I'm not mistaken. 0, 4, 8. Okay? 0, 4, and 8. Okay?
Sir,
And
question,
it
sir.
is placed at area 2. Yes, question.
Ang kanang in between sa area 1, sir, bag area 0, sir ba? Unsa yang
Kung later na na doon, maabot ko diya. Di
Okay,
una na sa nako, gipasabot ang areas. Mo converge sa diya later.
sige, sir.
Okay?
Sorry, sir.
Sige. Wala to lahat sa ta. Kanipod, no? So you know the gist already. Para makaabot na ta sa nga. Do you have any question? Sa mga area. So sa kada area ninyo, kani siya ang iyahang murag edge. Okay? Murag edge para ma-connect na to sa ato ang area 0 which is the backbone. Okay? So this is area border router 1, area border router 2 for the area 2. Now, kung i-converge na nato sila dire, so common sense lang. Ato tanawon kung enable, show, run, converge wala. Tanawa. Nakay convergence wala. Dili na maningog. Kamutiha. Abi na ko kabalutan mo tan-awan ning kwan. Nakay convergence wala. Sa pag maayo. Wala. Very good. Wala siya convergence.
Wala.
Sa'yo pa lang network good. Yung katuo ka mo ang ihatag lini nako ninyo, humana. No? Pag-analyze po mo eh. Yawan ng mga bata. Mangita na ba di ay human di ay, mapahungit naman di ay mo. So basing on the kwano, tanawa ra gunagod ang OSPF1 mo naa ka sa kani. Unsay naka-connect, di ba kani o kani. So how many entries do you have now if that's the case? How many entries should be?
1, sir. Sige, summarize man, sir.
1?
Ito.
This is not a summary yet. Wa pa man ta nag-summarize. Summary is manually computed. Dili kay let the router do that for you. So meaning usa ra jud do. Sayo pa jud kay 31. Look at the network addresses. Wa jud mo sa analysis jud. Mao na nga mahagbong mo nako kay di ko mo analyze. Ang inyo is kutob ra mo sa dawat ug limpyo. No? So meaning sayop to nga network. Okay? Let's do the correct one. Okay? Config P. So enable. Okay na ta, na-enable na nabutangan na ni bag IP addresses ang kada network. 10.1, okay na. 10.5. So pasabutan na, these are the network. Dahil lahi guni sila og subnet mask gun. Okay? So, pasabutan ni, atong i-fix ang iyahang router OSPF 1. Okay? Ito ning router ID nga atong ibuhat. What's the router ID? 1000. So meaning ma-audio ni ang DR, no? So router ID 1.0.0.0, enter. Then we are going to change the network. So network na to is supposed to be 11.11.11.0, 0.0.0.3. Area 0. There you are. Okay? Then ang second network is 4. I-4 man ang network ni mo diya. Okay? Area 0 gyapon. So do show run. Ana kay sakto nga mga entries. So kani ang entry nimo nga sayop. Copy. And we are going to erase this one. No, right click, paste, there you are. So tanawa, di ba? Na-adjacency na sila dayon tanan. No? So nakakonect ko sa 300,
Yes, sir.
nakakonect ko sa 200 sa 2222. So kinsa na si 2222? Okay? Tanaw na to dire. Enable, show run. Oh, connect ko dire sa 2222, nakakonect ko dire sa 30000. Kaya mo man ang gibutang dire. Okay? Enable, show run. Oh. 3000. Mao to nga dire sa imong kwan, oh, duha ng connection niya. Oh. You get the point now? Klaro ba? Now, katanaw na to sa kada ABR, no? Tanaw na to sa kada ABR, show IP route. Oh, na-route na ang 178. Look at that. Oh, 178. Asan nigi ka ng 178? Di ba diri nga network? Na-route na sa iyaha? Nakakita mo?
Yes, sir.
Ako wala.
Yes, sir. Kita lang.
Kita,
Oh. So, ang kanipod, okay, show run. Sorry. Show IP route. So, na siya network iyaha, nya na-route pod ang IA. Look at that. IA meaning inter-area OSPF. Kanipod, napod siya inter-area OSPF pod. So meaning, nag-communicate na ang duha ka area. You get the point? So that's how inter-area OSPF is being configured. So ang imo lang diya, sa OSPF nimo, duha ka area ang kaning router. Area connected to the 198, the 192, and the area connected to the 11. Okay? Nakasabot kita? Let's fix this. Copy. Okay, 3.1 ang gibutang dire. Common sense lang na. /30 is not 3.1. No? Router OSPF 1. Okay, enable, config T. Router OSPF 1. Okay, right click, paste. Nga, inoni na to. Okay, tangtang na down. Pero releasean ni na to 30. Para ma-fake siya. Enter. No man ang ibutang ako. Bits. Up. Oh, automatic up siya. Connected siya sa 1.0.0.0, which is this router here. From loading down to full adjacency. Okay? So let's ping this one to this one. Okay? This one to that one. So appeal na tanan dire. Now, if you are going to ping this one upstairs, no? Okay, giyon sana nato, meaning gibutangan ni nato configuration nga rin. Sa G00 there, 28, then this one is man enable show run. There, okay, and we put para mag-communicate ni ang imuhang kani sa kani, no? Kaya di ba na siya mag-communicate kay ngano OSPF man ni. So ipapropagate nato ang static routing ani padulong sa kada kani. Kay kung tan-aw nato dire, no? Show IP route. Makita niya, okay, ang makita niya is only the 192 network. Di siya kakita sa kani, okay? Ug di siya kakita ngadto. Okay? Kani nga router, enable show IP route. Okay? Dili po siya kakita, no? Pagpantay ka, dili siya kakita sa static route, pero makita na niya ang 192. Okay? Makita niya ang 192. Kabantay mo? Klaro? So meaning,
Yes, sir.
na-propagate na ang 192 nga network within sa sulod sa 178. Pero kinanglan, ato ning i-distribute ang static route ani. Okay? By giving the command, ang tatong command, ato command nga gamito na to.
Default, sir.
Very good. Ang default information originate. Okay? Okay, sa sulod ni OSPF. So, pagtanaw na to nga rin, okay? To show IP route, ayagon. Okay, to show IP route. Yapon, about the speakers. Kaya ko niya nakakuan. Default originate. Do show run. Ano man, no? Ano man. So, meaning, yan ang hindi panghatag sa kada kuan. Dari. Okay? Ano ito, ping? Say ko lang. Magtanaw na ko, wala tay IP route. Look at this. Tanawa din area. Di ba wala kay IP route? Gi-default originate na to, pero wala IP route. So kinanglan, butangan na to IP routing. Iha, no? So exit dire IP route 0.0.0.0 0.0.0.0 mugawas na dito sa 200.18.25.1. Okay? So similarly, okay, naman to. Kopyaon na ako, ikapoy kag type. Copy. Then, diri wala po siya o tanawa. Okay. Config T. I-click paste. Magawas ko sa 2. Okay. So, tanawa na to dire. Do show run. Do show run. Hana yung IP route. Hana ka-default originate na. So, meaning, kung ato ni siyang IP route, there you are. Makakita na, there you are. Makita na siya OE2. Okay? So, that is multi-area OSPF. Do you have any question?
None for me, sir.
Okay, very good.
None so far,
kami
sir.
karon ng buhato na to, no? Kung kabantay mo sa kada routing, no, sa kada route niya, purting bugata sa imong routing table kay nabutang diri tanan ang network address. Look at this. No? Ang tibuok network, gi-appeal niya dito. What if 50 na kabuok? Di 50 po ni kabuok makita nimo. Similar to this one also. Okay? Purting bugata sa routing table kay naa diri nakabutang ang IA nimo. Okay? So, ato ni siyang i-summarize para mahimo lang usani siya para di na kay bugat ang imong mga routing table. Look at this. Bugat ning routing table ani. Do show IP route. Kay because ang duha ka network, no? Area OSPF nag-converge dire ang 192 ug 178. So kung tanawon nato ato na siyang i-summarize. So for a summary, ang imong buhaton na nasa summary, follow lang kag instruction. Number 1, no? Route summarization is the process of summarizing subnets into a larger subnets to be advertised upstream router for ease management and troubleshooting and resource conservation. Okay? So the advantage, less information in the routing table to update. Okay? All networks will be summarized into one, smaller entry in the routing table, and smaller routing table to be propagated to the other OSPF routers. Okay? So how to compute for route summarization? You identify all the networks. Okay? So ang kuha na to, ako ni papason para bago yun from the very beginning. So sa atong network nga re, we have to identify kuno the networks. Okay? So what are the network present? 192.168.10.0 network. Apa? 32 network. If I'm not mistaken, 64 network. And the 96 network, the 128 network, and the 192 network. Okay? So next thing that you are going to do is after identifying, you are going to convert that into a binary form. Okay? So i-convert natin into binary form. So klaro man kaayo nga kani siya common sa tanan. So meaning that is that is 192.123.456 dot 168 is 101011100. 168. The 10 is 123411010. That's 10 and 1234567 8. Is that correct? 192.168.10.0. Mao ni siya. Sunod is the 32. So 32, copy, paste na nato. 32 is somewhere here. Okay? Gion na nimo si 32. Sunod is 64. 64 is here. Okay? 96. 96 is 64 plus 32. Okay? 128 is here. 192 is 128 plus 64. Okay. Kung na siya karon ang binary conversion. Next. Ingon dia, find the last common bit. So sa ato ang trabaho diri, what is the last common bit? What can you see the last common bit? Huh? What can you see in the last common bit?
32, sir.
Dere? Dili ka maka 32 kana may 1. Napay 1 dere. So pinakalasa ni mo dining common sa tanan kani. Is it correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
Di ba? Ang kani nga 0 dere, ang pinaka-common sa tanan nga wala na ilain. Last common
sir.
bit. Now, separate nato ni siya. Separate. Okay. Separate. 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 Then we separate. Okay. So we found already the last common bit. The next thing that we're going to do, count the number of bits to create a new prefix. Okay? Count the number of bits. So meaning, count ni nato. This is already 8. Okay? And this is 8. And this is 8. Correct? So slash 24 siya. Sakto ba? Okay?
Yes.
Then convert back to decimal form to obtain the summary route. Okay? So, what is this? This is 192. But, this is 168. Kaya wala man yung mga tarog. Dot 10. Dot 0 na. Okay? Wala. Slash 24. Oh. I'm sorry. Then give the command for summarization at the ABR. So you go to your ABR and give the command. No? Area 1. Kasi area 1 man ta. Range and 192.168.10.0 255.255.255 at 0. So mao na karon ang entry nimo dito sa kada ABR to where that network belongs. Nakasabot? Copy this. You go to our
Yes, sir.
ABR here. So kung tanaw na to, matagtag command ani under Ospf. Right click, paste. Okay? Enter. So what happens? What happens? If you look at your ABR here, or the ASBR, okay? Look at the 192, ha? Look at the 192. Kung ako ni siyang i-do show IP route, look at the 192 now. Saan na lang kabuok? Na-summarize na siya into this address. Nakasabot, wala?
Sabot, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
i-summarize po nato si 178 para pag-propagate ani dire, no? Pag-propagate ani dire, okay? Enable show IP route. Okay? Look at the 192. Look at the 192. Usa lang yun siya kabuok. Dili siya dagan. Okay? Klaro ba? So mauna nga, magamay na imong routing table kay kabalo naman ka mo summarize. And that is the value of your tawagan of your summarization. So kung i-summarize nato ang 178, it looks like this. No? 224.0, 224.4, 224.8, 12, 16, and 20. So, ang iyang value karon would be like this. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So, asa siya nag-converge? Diri dapita. Is it correct? Morning last common bit niya. So unsa na siya? 1, 2, 8, 8. Okay? Then ang fourth octet is 8, 8, 8, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm sorry, 24, 25, 25, 26, 27. Sakto? 27 ang common bits. Ang total bits tanan.
Yes.
Wala na ako ninigi binary. Kay common sense lang. I-binary pa ninimo, kalas-kalas ka sa oras. So dito ka tanaw kung asa dapita nag-converge or increment ang mga IP addresses, tanawon nimo kung nakaabot ba sa third octet, nakaabot ba sa fourth octet. Then, ang first octet din nandiyo na makabot, i-binary pa man na nimo. Kalas-kalas lang ka sa oras nimo. So dito lang ka, mo na nga nag-binary ko at the fourth octet na lang. Okay? Kay 2 to 4 naman tanan. Look at that. 2 to 4 naman tanan. Wala man nag-change. So nag-change siya ng fourth octet. So mo nag-change siya kung fourth octet. So it shows na the fourth octet, napakoy mga zeros na bilin. So 178 is 8. 11 is 8 bits. 2 to 4 is 8 bits. 24, 25, 26, 27. You get the computation now? Klaro ba di?
Yes, sir.
So, unsa karon ang bag-o na to nga address? 178.11.224.0 with the /27. Mo na to ibutang rin. Okay? Sabot? Sa tagtag command. Enable, show, config P, then router OSPF 1. Then hatag the command area 2. Okay? 178.11.224.0. Then 255.255.255, I'm sorry, napoy range niya. Area 2 range. Okay, 178.224.0 to 255.255.254. Enter. So, gisummarize na to niya ang mga addresses. Kung tanawon na to, hari, pass forward na to para dali. Here, napang 178, di ba? So IP route. Anong entry mo? Di ba nagamay ng routing table? Nakasabot kita sa summarization. Kung tanaw mo na ito dire, look at 178. Out. Yaman dyan na, no? Yaman dyan na network. Dire dapita, no? IP route, 178 ni mo, may na lang inter area niya. Okay? So far, do you have any question?
None so far, sir.
None for me.
Okay. So, kung wala na ilaing pangutana, no? I hope everybody can apply now this one to its own project.